Father in the universe,
Father of love,
truth, peace, freedom,
and justice.
and justice.
Allah is my protector,
My guide,
and my salvation,
by night,
and by day.
and by day.
Through His holy prophet,
To our Amen.
First shall rise, give praise to Allah,
First I rise, giving praise to Allah,
the great God of the universe.
the great God of the universe.
Give honor to Prophet Noble Jew Ali.
Give honor to the Prophet Noble Jew Ali.
Give honor to all true and divine prophets of Allah.
Give honor to all true and divine prophets of Allah.
Jesus,
Muhammad,
Buddha,
Buddha,
Confucius, etc.
etc.
Give honor to Marcus Garvey,
Give honor to Marcus Garvey,
forerunner of Prophet Noble Jew Ali.
forerunner of the Prophet Noble Jew Ali.
Give honor to the American flag,
Give honor to the American flag,
the flag of our birth,
the flag of our birth,
and to the Moorish flag,
and to the Moorish flag,
our decent flag,
our decent
the
flag.
red flag with the five-pointed green star in the center,
The red flag with the 5 green star in the center,
representing the divine principle,
representing divine principles,
love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
Give honor to our divine charter,
Give honor to our divine charter,
which gives us the divine and legal right
which gives us the divine and legal right
to practice and promote our religion,
to practice and promote our religion.
unmolested.
Unmolested.
Give honor to all past supreme grand advisors and moderators,
Give honor to all past supreme grand advisors and moderators
the Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated,
Of the Moorish Science Temple of America,
Brother C. Kirkman Bay,
Brother C. Kirkman Bay,
Brother F. Nelson Bay,
Brother F.
Nelson Bay,
and Brother J. Blakely Bay.
and
Brother J. Blakely Bay.
Give honor to our past grand sheik and moderator,
Give honor to our past grand sheik and moderator,
Brother R. Loveville.
Brother R. Lovey,
Give honor to Brother R. Jones Bay,
give honor to Brother R. Jones Bay,
our present grand sheik and moderator.
our present grand sheik and moderator.
Give honor to the assistant grand sheik,
Give honor to the assistant grand sheik,
Brother A. Hopkins Bay.
Brother A. Hopkins Bay.
Give honor to the Grand National Chairman,
Give honor to the Grand National Chairman,
who's also the Grand Sheik here at Temple 71,
who's also the Grand Sheik here at Temple 71,
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C.
Brother P. Chase here.
Brother P. Chaser.
I give honor to all national officials
Give honor to all national officials
in their office and station.
in the office and station.
I give honor to all grand governors
Give honor to all grand governors
and their assistants.
and their
Give
assistants.
honor to Brother H. Harris Bay,
Give honor to Brother H. Harris Bay,
Grand Governor of Washington, D.C.,
Grand Governor of Washington, D.C.
and to his assistant,
and to his assistant,
Sister D. Jones Bay.
Sister D. Jones Bay.
I give honor to all local officials
I give honor to all local officials
in their office and station.
in their office and station,
All members,
all members,
all auxiliaries,
all auxiliaries,
Moorish media team,
Moorish media team,
and everything that the prophet brought and taught
and everything that the prophet brought and taught
for the uplifting and fallen humanity.
for the uplifting of all humanity.
I give honor to all our viewers
I give honor to all our viewers
and those who are listening in.
and those who are listening in.
I give honor to our flag.
give honor to our
Peace.
peace.
I now read salvation, our God, unity. The Moorish Science Temple of America, the Divine Constitution and Bylaws. Act 1. The Grand Sheik and the Chairman of the Moorish Science Temple of America is empowered to make law and enforce laws with the assistance of the Prophet and the Grand Body of the Moorish Science Temple of America. The Assistant Grand Sheik is to assist the Grand Sheik in all affairs. If he lives according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and it is known before the members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Act 2. All meetings are to be open and closed promptly, according to the Circle 7 and love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Friday is our holy day of rest. Because only Friday the first man was formed in flesh, and only Friday the first man departed out of flesh, and ascended unto his Father God Allah. For that cause, Friday is the holy day for all Muslims all over the world. Act 3. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice must be proclaimed and practiced by all members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. No member is to put in danger or accuse falsely his brother or sister on any occasion at all that may harm his brother or sister, because Allah is love. Act 4. All members must preserve these holy and divine laws, and all members must obey the laws of the government, because by being in Moorish America, you are a part and parcel of the government and must live the life accordingly. Act 5. This organization of the Moorish Science Temple of America is not to cause any confusion or to overthrow the laws and constitution of the said government, but to obey hereby. Act 6. But thus all members must proclaim their nationality, and we are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed, that they may know that they are a part and a parcel of this said government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new era of time now, and all men now must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government in which they live and the nations of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained Noble Drew Ali the prophet to redeem his people from their sinful ways. The Moorish Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites, whom inhabited the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. Act 7. All members must promptly attend their meetings and become a part and a parcel of all uplifting acts of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Members must pay their dues and keep in line with all necessities of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Then you are entitled to the name of faith. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband and take care of your children and look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother and be industrious and become a part of the uplifting of all humanity. All Moorish Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure with love and their bodies clean with water. This divine covenant is from your holy prophet Noble Drew Ali through the guidance of his father, God Allah. Noble Drew Ali founder, Moorish American prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Drew Ali. Amen. The Moorish Science Temple of America, mailing address, MST of A Incorporated, P.O. Box 388, Greenbelt, Maryland, 20768. Thus we had a reading from all 7 acts, divine constitution and bylaws. We'll now have a reading, questionnaire, and additional laws for the Moorish Americans by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Act 1. Grand chiefs and governors, heads of all temples, all businesses. Each said temple must be approved by the Prophet Noble Drew Ali before acting upon it by any members. Let it be finance, property, or any line of life that will cause the members to sacrifice finance, etc., that will cause the support of any group of members. Any former officer that violates these laws is subject to be removed from his office under heavy restriction, etc., by the prophet or the grand chief. Act 2. All members are to attend their ad meetings and their public meetings promptly. If a member is found standing around on their meeting period, shall be fined 50 cents on the first case, and on the second he will be fined $1, which will go on your emergency fund. If the member is working, his monthly dues must be paid, and if he has money in the bank, he must subscribe for as much as he is able to the Moorish Uplifting Fund, because it takes finance to uplift a nation. Act 3. It is lawful and divine duty of every good member, if he is able in finance, to aid me and save the nation. And if he does not, he is an enemy to the cause of uplifting his own people, and justice must catch you. Let it be he or she, according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, as I have the power invested in my hands, and I will have to enforce the law in order to save the nation. Act 4. All members, while making a public speech, must not use any assertion against the American flag or speak radical against the church or any member of any organized group, because we are to teach love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Act 5. All members must promptly attend their meetings and send their children to Sunday school, and the teacher must confirm himself to the questionnaire, and let every member exercise his 5 senses who is able to do so, because out from your Sunday school comes the guidance of the nation. Act 6. Thus all members must proclaim their nationality, and we are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed, that they may know that they are a part and partial of this said government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new era of time now, and all men now must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government in which they live and the nations of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained Noble Drew Ali the prophet to redeem his people from their sinful ways. The Moorish Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites who inhabited the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. Act 7. All members must promptly attend their meetings and become a part and a partial of all uplifting acts of the Moorish Science Temple. Members must pay their dues and keep in line with all necessities of the Moorish Science Temple. Then you are entitled to the name of faithful. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband and take care of your children and look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother and be industrious and become part of the uplifting of all humanity. All Moorish Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure with love and their bodies clean with water. This divine covenant is from your holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali, through the guidance of his father, God of love. Peace. And thus we had a reading from all 7 acts, questionnaire, and additional laws for the Moorish Americans by the prophet Noble Drew Ali. We'll now have a reading from the Holy Koran of the Moorish Science Temple of America, divinely prepared by the noble prophet Drew Ali, by the guidance of his father, God of love. Great God of the universe, to redeem man from the sinful and fallen stage of humanity, back to the last thing of life, Father, God of love. Now reading from This is from page 36, the divine instructions from the Holy Prophet, chapter 26, Holy Instructions of Unity. The gifts of the understanding are the treasures of Allah, and He appointed to everyone his portion, and what measure seemeth good unto himself. Hath He endowed thee with wisdom? Hath He enlightened thy mind with the knowledge of truth? Communicated to the ignorant for their instruction, communicated to the wise for thine own improvement. True wisdom is less presuming than folly. The wise man doubteth often and changeth his mind. The fool is obstinate and doubteth not. He knoweth all things but his own ignorance. Thus we've had a reading from the Holy Koran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Our Sunday school Koran class is officially open. Again, I'd like to welcome you all out. If there's anyone in the vestibule, please let them in. If there's anyone downstairs, please let them up at this time. At this time, we'll call for our Grand Sheikh and moderator of the Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated, who is also our brother, man, and friend, Brother R. Jones Bay. It's not. It's on. No. Let's see. Allah the Father,
Father, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day. He was holy prophet. You are me. Amen.
make?
Allah.
Who is Allah?
Allah is the Father of the universe.
Can we see him?
No.
Where is the nearest place?
In Allah.
Who is Noble Islam?
He is Allah's prophet.
What is a prophet?
Prophet is the thought of Allah manifested in the flesh.
What is the duty of a prophet?
Save nations from the wrath of Allah.
Who is the founder of the Moorish Science Temple of America?
Noble Jew Ali.
What year was the Moorish Science Temple of America founded?
1913
Where?
AD. Newark, New Jersey.
Where was Noble Jew Ali born?
Listed in North Carolina, 1886.
What is his nationality?
Moorish American.
What is your nationality?
Moorish American.
Why are we Moorish American?
Because our descendants are Moroccans and born in America.
For what purpose was the Moorish Science Temple of America founded?
For the uplifting of fallen humanity.
How did the prophet begin to uplift the Moorish America?
For teaching them to be themselves.
What is our religion?
Islamism.
Is that a new or is that the old time religion?
Old time religion.
What kind of a flag is it?
This is a red flag with a 5-pointed star and center.
What do the 5 points represent?
Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
How old is our flag?
It is over 10,000 years old.
Which is our holy day?
Friday.
Why?
Because Friday is the day on which man was formed in flesh. It was on Friday when he departed out of flesh.
Who was Jesus?
He was a prophet of Allah.
Where was he born?
In Bethlehem of Judah in the house of David.
Who were his father and mother?
Joseph and Mary.
Would you give in brief the line genealogy through which Jesus came?
Some of the great fathers to which Jesus came are Abraham, Boaz by Ruth, Jesse, King David, Saul, Hezekiah, and Joseph by Mary.
Why did Allah send Jesus to this earth?
To save the Israelites from the iron hand of oppression, the skins of nations, covering a portion of Palestine at that time.
How long has that been?
About 2,000 years ago,
What was the nationality of Ruth?
Ruth was a Moabitess.
What is the modern name for Moabite?
Moroccans,
Where is the Moroccan Empire?
northwest of Mexico,
What is the modern name for Mexico?
Africa,
What's the title given to our ruler Morocco?
Sultan,
Where did we get the name Jesus?
from the east.
What does it mean? What does it mean to you to be uplifted? We say the program, the great program, is for what?
Uplifting all men.
What is it to be uplifted? What are we talking about? Me being uplifted, you being uplifted, others being uplifted may be different. So what is it to you? Come on.
My vibration, my frequency being at a high vibration.
In a free high vibration frequency. Okay. Explain it.
Being in spirit.
Okay. Well, maybe, man.
Come out of that slave mentality to a God-like way of thinking. Maybe.
Okay. That's good. Coming out of it. A slave mentality. Okay. What is it like to be in a slave mentality?
Ignorant of the truth.
Huh?
Ignorant of the truth.
Being ignorant of the truth. Okay. What and how being ignorant of the truth, how did that affect us? In what way does that affect us?
In the illusion.
Okay. Being under the illusion. Being under an illusion. Ignorant of the truth. Being under an illusion. Okay. Being in spirit. Being uplifted. Being in spirit. How do you know when you're in spirit? How do you know when, just think about it. How do you know when you are in your spirit? Come on, brother.
I would say I would give it trust in like living the life.
Living the life.
Yeah.
Okay, living the life contributes to you being in spirit, right?
Yes.
But now explain to me, if you can, try to put it in words. How can you tell when you're in spirit? Because it has to be something to make you want to be in spirit. So how can you tell when you're in your spirit? Come on, Mark.
You raise your thoughts.
Okay, yes, no question. When you raise your thoughts. What type of impact does that have on you when you raise your thoughts? What effect? That raising your thoughts is a cause. Now, but what is the effect? The cause is raising your thoughts. What's
paper is just words. You gotta see what is it that make me want to return and do that again?
Desire to tell the truth. Desire to be honest. Desire to look for the best of others and give the best of you.
Okay.
Striving to do it.
Okay. But remember, something else comes when you raise your thoughts. You got to see the advantages of raising your thoughts.
Yes.
If raising your thoughts is just like everyday occurrences, then you're not really getting the significance of what it really entails to raise your thoughts. Something must happen to cause you to say, I got to go back. I got to be like that. Come on, who? Let's see your hand move.
Yeah, me myself personally, raising my thoughts is coming up with the spirit of what you can enjoy, the knowledge and understanding of what you can enjoy. And you take that and you emphasize on that. And you bring it to, you manifest it. You can manifest it in words, in your actions or your people. That's raising, you know.
Okay.
Knowing that you can do that.
Okay. But can you associate with raising your thoughts? Don't you get a certain feeling? When you do something good for somebody, does that not make you feel a certain way?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That is a result of what? Raising your thoughts. Now the key is, do you like it?
Right. Yeah.
Well, if you like it, then the motivation should be to you is to do what?
Do more.
Keep doing it.
You know what I was thinking about when you asked about what does it feel, what is it like being in the spirit?
Yeah.
The thought came to my mind was being in harmony.
Yeah.
Being in harmony. When I think about being in harmony, I think about the heights of
Yeah.
the mother of virtue, the harmonies of life that breeds.
Yeah.
That breeds something. You breed a certain behavior.
Yeah.
Justice, mercy, love, and right.
Yeah.
That came to my mind when it came to being in the spirit.
Yeah.
Being carrying out that God that's in me in my actions, words, and my deeds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which gives me, so that's just,
Yeah, but that's good. But see, look, we got to get something. See, until we can get something from what we're trying to be.
Yeah.
Meaning, you got to have something takes place with you when you're trying to be in spirit. That means your what changes?
Vibration.
Your vibration changes. Okay. We should be able to note a significant change in what? Vibration. Something is taking place. Something is different with me. Yeah, come on, more.
And another thing I was thinking about vibration also. For me, it was a little more closer to Allah.
Yeah.
A little more closer to Allah.
Yeah. Come on, baby.
It made me think about when you had no doubts. Because
Right.
sometimes doubt just linger,
Right.
right? And sometimes that doubt set in, but when you don't have no doubt about
Right.
something that's good, that's great.
Right. Right. Come on, man.
You gotta have understanding.
You do have to get understanding.
You gotta understand the spirit that you felt.
That's right. That's the point. You got to recognize the transition. You have to recognize the transition from one state to another state. Because remember, there is satisfaction in the thoughts of the lower self. And I mean, and when you are interchanging with your lower self, remember, the sensations kick in. And something causes you not to mind going back there again. Well, that's my point. Now, what is it that you can use to help you not to mind to go to your higher self again? So you got to be motivated to go to the higher. All this words about it breeds justice, mercy, love, and right, that's all good. But the point is, can you associate that with a feeling that will cause you to return?
Yeah.
ahead. I mean, come on.
When I think of being in the spirit,
Yeah.
you don't think of a consciousness
Okay.
of Allah is God.
Okay.
Like in our prayer,
Okay.
Allah is my protector, my
Okay.
guide,
Okay.
and my salvation.
Okay.
So Allah is all.
Okay.
So being close to Allah, someone mentioned it earlier,
Okay.
getting close, I think, more experience.
Okay.
But being closer to Allah and under His umbrella of protection
Okay.
and His guidance,
Okay.
divine instruction, all of this will make me
Okay.
want to be in the spirit, in the highest self,
Okay.
as much as possible.
Okay.
We know that man is true and false and strange and mixed.
Okay.
So from time to time, we'll drift, in and out of consciousness.
Okay.
We connect to Allah, then we disconnect.
Okay. Okay.
And we connect to the world.
Okay.
But out of the two, in all the world, there's only two. So the one is where I feel most comfortable.
Okay.
But practicing to hold.
Right. That's key. Practicing to hold that thought that makes you feel a certain way. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say that we are basically, seem like we're versing something that's much stronger than us, and that's delusion. We're coming with holiness, and we're trying to bring holiness within ourselves, and trying to implicate it into delusion. The mindset of your nephew, your niece, and aunt. So how can you implicate holiness to them? I mean, it's like the versions, holiness versus illusion.
You know what it says that man need a pattern for his life?
Yeah.
Just be a pattern.
That's right.
Don't worry if they make the transition or not. You just be a pattern. They need an opportunity to see something different. They may not grab hold to it. They may not see the advantage in being holy. That may not be their desire. I may not want to be holy. But I see something in you. So when I do arrive at that point, and I pray that I do, I can call, remember somebody and say, you know what? Brother so-and-so used to do this. Right now, just be content with the good that is within your reach. Just do the best you can. Yeah, Mark.
One time I heard what Steve said, I think what make me want to go back and stay in spirit.
Right.
Is like treat people like I want to be treated. And on the good side, and just treat people like I want to be treated. One for one.
Yeah.
That was always taught.
Yeah.
Respect one another.
Yeah.
It looks like that could have been a long way. And then, as I think about such coming to the more science of the world, I understand that more than you could have treated people like you want to be treated.
Right.
That makes me feel like the spirit, like I said, a lot of people may not want to be holy,
Right.
but they'll get a sense of something you know is good because I think I was reading something out there about the light.
Right.
And for all the have the light,
Right.
for all the have the light, you got to see the light.
Right.
Because carnal man
Right.
don't knowledge the light.
Right.
So that's
Right. Right. Remember, you say you want to be one with Allah, right?
yeah.
I mean, but really do you?
Yeah.
But as a matter of fact, have you ever, since being one with Allah? And so what is it? What is it that I get? What do I get to make me want to go back and be with him again? You see what I'm saying? Because if that's not stronger than the illusion or the allurement, then where you gonna go? You're gonna go what gets your attention, what makes you feel a certain way. And you may say, Allah is the Father of the universe. Yes, all well and good, but that makes me feel a certain way. And I can't hold that Allah is the Father of the universe because that over there gets my attention. Because it makes me feel a certain way. So now the question is, how do you feel when you do make that, when you do take the opportunity to be in when you are breeding justice, mercy, love, and right? When you are breeding that, there should be some type of what? Sensing. You should sense something. Something should make you feel different than you do when you're over there, even though I like the feeling that I get from over there, but something is getting my attention over here to let me know that it's something to this. Because if you can't see nothing to this, if you don't get nothing from it, where you gonna go? Back to where you getting something from. Regardless if it's from the Lord self or not. I'm getting something from that.
That's right. Salvation is here.
So the question is, examine how do I feel when I'm reading justice, mercy, love, and right? Because if you don't get nothing from it, you're not going to employ it. Yeah.
Allah knows your heart, boy. But even if you come into your meetings and doing your holy things, do you think Allah would just get mad at you because you went out the norm? He still loves you.
You going out the norm. We've been out the norm.
Well, I mean,
so we ain't gonna. That doesn't affect how he feels, how he responds to us. He loves us. He loves us. It's
okay, but you portraying to be one thing.
It don't matter. He still knows your heart.
That's right. That's right.
He knows your heart.
He knows you.
He know you faking. He know you pretending. He know you trying to be something that you're not. But it's because of his mercy and his love, he don't what? Switch up on us. He don't switch up just because we may do something that's displeasing to his sight.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because he already knows that the law, which governs all events, is going to govern your action. In other words, by governing, there will be a response to your disobedience. Yeah, the law, look, justice is law.
Right.
So when you transgress and you go on the other side and you practice those things that are revealed to us from the other side, there are consequences. Consequences is the result of the law in violation. Your consequences from that way of behaving, you will suffer the result that will befall you that comes from the violation of the law.
Both ways.
Both ways.
Both ways.
Because the sword of justice goes both ways. Because you do know, if you make the right choice, the consequences what? Will be right. That's the way it has to go. You can't do right and get wrong from it. Because right does not breed wrong.
But do Allah know that we are, we know that he wrote it. We are mixed in truth and falsehood. We know that we have a lower depth and a higher depth. So do we know that?
Do you know it?
I know he know it, but I'm gonna say, don't you think he know that?
I would be safe to say yes, I know.
So if you was his son and you raised him a certain way, but you know what he likes to do, and so you heard that he do it, you wouldn't be strange. It wouldn't be strange to you.
Come on, man.
No, I was gonna say because you started off
same thing, and it makes me feel hopeful, wherever I have to be my beacon of light. So it makes me feel hopeful for things that are true, that I'm going in the right direction.
Does it help you to reinforce when you do something that's credible, something that's that benefits another, or something right action that benefits you? Don't you feel a sense of enlightenment?
Yes.
I mean, what do I mean by that when I say do you feel a sense of being enlightened?
I would say, to me, it would mean that rhythm of that vibration is uplifting you.
Okay.
It's bringing you in a certain direction.
Okay.
That's a high direction, not a low direction.
Okay. Let me ask you this way. When you do something credible, something worthwhile, something uplifting, and you do it, now it has to be from your heart. Because if not from your heart, you're gonna get a totally different vibe.
Yes. Yes.
Okay? But when you do it from your heart, do you sense a sense of purpose?
Yes, I think it makes me say, praise Allah. Because I see it, I know it's coming from Him, not from me. So I'll say, praise Allah. Bring me into that high vibration. It's coming from Him.
I feel a sense of joy.
Okay, yeah.
You know, the feeling come over you
Okay.
for a few minutes, seconds.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. And that's what I'm talking about. That sense that you feel, that's what helps you or encourages you to do something else like that.
Great.
We sometimes we fail to do it because we don't always hold the thought. That's right. But because we got to hold the thought to return. But see, in that struggle to hold the thought is that part over here that also is offering pleasure and joy.
And that keeps you earthbound.
That's right. That's right. And it keeps your thoughts vibrating what?
Lord.
That's right, in the Lord even. That's right. Come on, baby.
And what you're asking, Brother Lee, is a very, because sometimes I think we do things and we don't even take the time to even think about what we receive.
Right.
And I was just thinking about sometimes when the thought comes to me to do something that is right.
Right.
Just the thought of doing, now, and just the thought of thinking about doing something that's right.
Right.
And then you carry it out.
Right.
Sometimes I find myself just being thankful that I was able to carry it out.
Right.
Especially something like we all go to the gas station.
Right.
And people go to gas station. You see people in situations.
Right.
And they ask
Right.
for some help.
Right.
And sometimes they don't always be of our race.
Right.
They don't always be of our race. If you're going to aid and assist humanity, you can't pick and choose.
Right.
And I challenged myself one time with that.
Right.
Because I know our people need as much help as anybody else.
Right.
And someone came to me and said, well, if you're going to assist humanity,
Right.
you can't pick and choose.
Right.
And I assist.
Right.
But just to be able to overcome not assisting another race
Right.
was an accomplishment to me.
Right. Right.
And that accomplishment was great to me because most of the time I would ignore one race to help my own race.
Right.
And that was the challenge. But I never took the time to go back and sit down and evaluate what I received from being able to overcome that.
Right.
So, and that's why when you say, what do you feel? Sometimes we have to stop and ask us. Stop to see what we feel.
Right.
Because just to do what's right it's a heck of a thing.
Yeah.
But to see what we feel, because then we will maybe want to feel more of it.
Right.
If we can identify what we felt.
That's the purpose of the conversation. You got to get some type of reward from the actions that you do.
Yes.
That's right.
If I'm not getting nothing from it, then I'm not inspired to continue to do it,
I hear you, sir. I hear you.
even though it's right.
I hear you. Yes.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm also thinking about the inspiration being that I'm trying to please all. You know, that is most of the time, that is my inspiration on what keeps me trying to come back or to stay in my higher self. Because I keep thinking about this is what Allah wants you to do. This is what is pleasing to Allah. Because a lot of times I've had experiences or been in situations where if I went by the response of the other person or how the situation seemed to turn out, I wouldn't do it at all.
That's right.
I wouldn't be doing it at all. But what helps me is saying to myself, you know, okay, it would have been nice, but you know what? For real, it don't even matter. Let me just stay focused and keep trying to please Allah. So I don't know if that fits into what you're saying about what motivates us or what feeling or what thing causes us or influences us to want to feel like that again or go back there again.
Right. See, I'm not talking about, I'm talking about that in-between point that we get when we accomplish something. And I'm not saying we're not doing it for Allah. I'm saying that I made a choice at this time to do what was right. And I felt good about doing it. Yeah, I know I pray Allah is pleased that I did it. But it's not that I was inspired by God to do it. I did it because it was something in me at this time saying, that's the right thing to do. And I carried it out. Because when you try to do something right, don't you know it's a lot trying to stop you from doing it by saying, oh, they won't appreciate it. Oh, it ain't gonna make no difference. Just let it go.
Or you don't have to.
But you don't have to do that. But when you do it, yeah, I know it's Allah in me, but I made a choice to do it. Because Allah been in me the whole time, but I ain't always chose to do what He asked me, what I'm supposed to do. Brother, Prophet.
It's not. You know, I get that feeling of power.
Okay.
Because I know good is that power.
Okay.
And when I get a chance to do good, it gives me that feeling of power.
Okay.
And I know it don't last, it's going to cease to be. Power going to cease to be.
Right.
But at that moment, I feel powerful.
Right.
But then, when the opportunity presents itself and I don't do it,
Right.
then I question myself, like we was just talking about why. I
Right.
didn't appreciate it.
Right.
Or I should have did it.
Right.
Or why didn't I do it?
Right.
For myself.
Right. That's good, because you know what, Mom? Check it out. You say you get that sensing of power. Makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Yet, it makes you feel good and you get that sensing, but there's still another part of you to make you neglect that. I won't let you have that today. You go back and talk about what you should have did. But I had enough influence on you today to stop you from doing it.
For whatever reason.
For whatever reason.
Right.
You know? Come on.
You know, Bro Lee, I was just thinking to myself when you was asking, when you was talking, are we not showing by us doing these things,
Right.
the strength of Allah
Yes, Mom.
See, we may not identify what we're showing the strength to
Yeah.
overcome the challenge, to
Right.
show the God that's
Right.
in us
Right,
to be able to do
Right.
that which is right.
right,
And this is the wrestle.
right. That's right.
And we all have our individual experiences of dealing with it, but they're all the same in its own way, because the true essence of it is to show the strength
Right.
that we can overcome the doubts, the challenges, the carnal promptings to do that which is right
Right.
here on this plane of things.
But you know
And be more
what?
consistent at
And
it.
it's not, it's more than, it's more than it's, what we're doing is proving.
Proven it's possible. Yeah, proven. That's what I'm talking about.
See, that's a much stronger
Yeah,
word than,
doing it, proving.
we are proving.
It can be done. I hear you.
You are actually proving that God exists
Come on, here we go.
and that you will,
Come
you
on,
will His will.
come on.
See, you put His will, look, it says that it's the will of man that makes possible the action of the Holy Breath. Well, you have just put the action of the Holy Breath in motion because you will to do something right.
That's right. That's right.
Islam.
Yeah.
I think that when you do something right, you feel more like yourself versus when you do something that's not right, you don't feel like yourself.
That's a good point. But see, you can get in the habit of doing things that are not right. And you will choose, if you're not careful, to do what's not right as opposed to what's right. So you have to identify which one makes me feel the best. Which one causes me to feel a certain way? And then I have to ask myself, which one do I prefer? Because the question with self is, what will I choose? The one or the other? Yeah.
Crawford speaking words.
Yeah.
When Crawford said he feel power.
Yes.
So Governor was speaking about the strength.
Right.
Proving the strength.
Right.
Right. And then I was thinking on the other side of that,
Right.
when we don't,
Right.
we feel the weakness.
Right.
Come on. Come on.
Okay.
We feel the weakness. I could have did better,
That's right.
but I didn't.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I feel the weakness. I was weak in that moment.
Right.
You know, so then I'm like, okay, I feel bad, so now I gotta try to do better the next moment.
Right.
You know, but that's the wrestle.
Right.
We go back and forth, and I thought about earlier, as long as we're in the flesh.
Right. Right.
You know, this flesh
Right.
is what caused us
Right.
not to do right.
Right. Right.
You know, and I used to think one time, is we gonna ever overcome it? Is we gonna ever overcome it?
Right.
But then I had to learn, as long as we're in this flesh,
Right.
we're gonna have this battle.
Right. Right.
As long as we're in this flesh, we're gonna go back and forth with ourselves.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I thought about, in the questionnaire would have asked, can you see Allah?
Right.
And the answer is no.
Right.
You know, we've been taught out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
You know, so a lot of time, we're not thinking about Allah
Right.
because we're so caught up in the word.
Right.
But then I thought about Allah is our parents,
Right.
our mother and our father.
Right.
And when we was raised, our parents taught us certain things.
Right.
Do this, don't do that.
opposed to the opportunities you miss
Right.
to do good.
Right.
It's just something.
Right. That's right. Come on, yo.
It's not. I'd like to go back to something that I agreed upon what Sister John may say.
Right.
That when you feel that you're doing something good,
Right.
no matter what the situation will be, and you say, well, I'm doing this here for Allah's sake.
Right.
Not because I particularly like this person or what they're doing,
Right.
but I see what I can do to please my God, Allah.
Right.
And that's what a lot of times motivates me.
Right.
But that feeling of after that you have a sense that you chose to do something right,
Right.
in still neglecting something. Once I do that, I am thankful Allah for giving me the means to help. But I also try to grab hold to myself to make sure that I don't base myself in vanity.
Right.
All that I did something great.
Right.
No, hopefully I please Allah and we go.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. At that moment, what are we doing? When we do that, at that moment, what are we doing? What are we doing when we do that? We talk about doing the things that will exercise our power to do good. What are we doing when we do that? We are raising our thoughts. We got to relax to get to that point. But what are we doing?
Putting the circle around your passions and your desires.
You are. That is no question about that. But what else are we doing?
We're being obedient.
We are being obedient. If we're being obedient, what are we doing?
Surrender our will.
We're what?
Surrender our will.
Right. Or we're submitting. And at the moment we do that, we are being ourselves. And who is we're being ourselves? And being ourselves is being what? The higher self. Or in submission, we're being what? A Muslim. We're experiencing being a Muslim. Therein lies the sensing of the uplifting feeling that you receive when you are being yourself. That's what we do. Or that's what we're learning to do again. Because remember, we gave it up. We gave up that feeling. Just for what?
Gratify our Lord
Gratify our Lord self. The Lord self became more appealing. We gave up our power to do good and reversed it and started doing other things. So yes, when we return back, like the prophet is letting us know, we are going to feel something. But that feeling is being challenged by our habits. Our habits prevent us from doing that. The things we prefer has become habits. And those habits challenge us doing good.
God like action.
It's no question.
Because Allah, that's what we do good.
And that's why the Lord self he now starts to play on your mind. As if that is a weakness for you to do that act. Well, yeah, I don't mind doing it, but they got what I'm going to get for it. You see, you start to entertain all types of thoughts that come from the lower self. And sometimes those thoughts prevent us or stop us from doing good.
Yes.
We take so much time listening to it that the opportunity to do good has passed us by. That moment is gone. It's gone. Think about it. That moment has passed us. We were in a moment to do something for the credit side of life, and we failed to do it because we got entertained with the promptings of our lower self, and that moment passes right on. Yeah. And that's how we are dealing with our lives in everyday situations. We allow moments to pass us by. Because sometimes we don't act. We find reasons not to act. Well, I ain't gonna do that. If I do that, they might think something.
Too much loudness. You know, that's loud. Too loud. Can't hear that.
Come on.
That reminds me, as a child, my parents used to tell me all the time, boy, we ain't gonna raise no fool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I used to always constantly, I thought about doing something.
Yeah.
You know, thought was there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want me to tell your dad what to do. No, man. Please don't. You know what I'm saying? So I was constantly thinking, you know, which way I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When my parents ain't looking at me.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And being in that conscious state, you know, I'm trying to do the right thing now.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? But in my unconscious state, when I sleep, the prophet said, dreams come from my eye.
Yeah.
And I can see certain visions
in
my dreams, you know. I may not be able to determine what they mean. You see what I'm saying? But I'll be pretty that I'm in my high self when the dreams come to me. You know, and it's a message. You know,
for you.
Yeah.
Your dream is for you.
Yes.
People have a tendency sometimes to get a dream and then they want to share it, tell it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But see, it's not that may not be for them.
That's
They
right.
come to them and came to you.
That's right.
So what you do about it? You keep it to yourself.
What makes them want to share it, right? You know,
Yes, correct.
that bad is.
Yes, man. Because you like, I just got God just talked to me and he gave me a vision. This came to me. But remember something, whatever comes to you and is meant for you to give it out, it's not you that choose to do it. You use it as an instrument when the condition creates itself for it to come out. If you try to push it out before it's time for it to come out, that's you, that ain't it. You got to be careful because, see, sometimes in our effort to do what we think is right, we get a little vanity up in there, and that vanity makes us feel good about doing it, and then say, you know, we done something that you should have kept to yourself.
Which one is those? Is those the ones that it's going to be done on you, then you supposed to tell it out there?
I can't say that.
Okay.
That'll have you have to.
Dreams are from on the high, right?
Yeah, they are. But just because they're from on high don't mean you have to tell it.
Right.
Since when from being on high, you got to tell it. Because see, it may not be for you to tell. Who you may want to tell it to may not be the person that's for. But you will know when the condition is created for you to give it out. You will know. Oh, I remember. Blah, 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 blah. Because if you speak it without instruction, it's not going to fall in the areas that it needs to fall so it can grow and it can assist those who may be the recipients of it.
So I dream a lot.
Right.
And my dreams are like movies, but they're not dreams like, oh, I told you something, or
Right.
they're not that, those kind of dreams, but I do share them because they be, like I said, like movies, they be kind of interesting. So I never knew that was thankfully share.
Well, we're talking about, he said the ones from on high.
Right.
All the dreams that you get, all the thoughts that you get when you were in your slumbering state doesn't come from on high. You got nightmares. That come from on low. The same thing you do in your dreams. You keep it to yourself. Because I tell you something, you better be careful because you can speak things into existence. You can create stuff. You have a bad dream and then you want to go talk about that bad dream. What have you done? You created a condition where that bad dream could manifest. Yeah.
You know,
No, sister.
It's not. Sometimes it's a blessing to be able to keep it to yourself.
That's no question. But you know what that is? That's the challenge. Can you keep it to yourself?
Especially when you're talking.
Yes. 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 Yeah. Oh.
Not to change the subject, but.
Well, you can't, don't change it. You're not gonna change it, don't change it.
Yeah, I thought.
No, it ain't like that. Not like that. We're not gonna change it. Come on.
You know, and one thing too, brother, is sometimes we have dreams and we don't really understand.
Right.
And then we want to talk about it.
Right.
But we don't clearly understand.
Right.
And then what we may be talking about might not have anything to do with the dream.
Right.
See, sometimes we just need to let it, like you say, keep it to ourselves for more to be revealed to us.
Right.
You know, so that's just something.
Go ahead.
Granted that we may not, shouldn't share that dream to everybody, but I thought that all dreams, even the nightmares, I thought that those were warning that law was sending.
You know, that's not necessarily so. You know, because dreams are from on high, and nightmares is a totally different vibration. It's not coming from on high. When you experience nightmares, it's something that's going on with you. It's going on with you. And those thoughts are being revealed to you as you arrest yourself. But that's something that has been put in motion that you've done. That's being shown to you. That's a warning to you. Let me get myself together. They're not from on high. Because the nightmare is in a slower vibration. A dream is a much faster vibration. That's from on high. And you got to be able, well, you don't have to be able, but it's suggested that you know, be very careful about how you interpret your dreams. Make sure that the interpretation is not coming from your lower self. See, your lower self will make you think, or make you say, or make you send you in a direction based on the current of thought that's being revealed to you from it. See, that lower self is always trying to find a way to get your attention and also to get you to become fearful for the purpose of control. Even in the moments that you're resting, that lower self is still there. And if you're not careful, it can cause you to misinterpret dreams. Think about that. Think about a misinterpretation of an event that occurs when you're in your sleeping moments. Because remember, you're still traveling. You get dreams that are from on high. You'll know the ones from on high. You'll know because it's from on high. You'll know, but you'll also know everything is not to be told. But Uncle Bill,
Praise our honor to the prophet. Prophet knows you go in the old statements, if you have a dream, turn on one side, turn to the other side, you have a dream.
That's something I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, that's something I'm trying to remember.
Yeah.
Turn face down. Yeah.
Will our appetites create?
Of course they will. Of course they will. Don't you know that that's when the lower self sometimes is very fast.
Right.
He waits till you go to sleep.
Okay.
Or he waits till you're starting to rest your body.
Right.
You know. And now the things that he didn't get to you in your conscious state, he now starts to address you in your unconscious state. See, it's a continued battle. It don't stop. We're thoughts. Thoughts are always entertaining other thoughts. Whether they're high thoughts, low thoughts, it doesn't matter whether you're awake or you sleep. You're still thinking. You can't even sit here one moment and ever think about when you weren't thinking about something. Because you're always thinking.
You know, people make that statement sometimes, say, my mind went blank.
That's what they say. But their mind wasn't blank. It was always a thought.
Right.
Because thoughts are alive, they live. You don't shut them down, and they don't shut down, and they don't come. No, you are a thought traveling through a medium of thoughts that have the tendency on every occasion to cause you to think about something.
Yes, yes, yes,
And whatever you think about is solely dependent on
yes.
what you are thinking about.
I was thinking about, we saw about dreams.
Yeah.
I was thinking about experiences.
Yeah.
And like you say, we experience things
Yeah.
in our conscious state.
Yeah.
And we experience things in our unconscious
Yeah.
state.
Yeah.
My brother Dixon is
Come on.
I can contest to what you're saying because when you go back to that instruction where it says dreams come from on high, also it says reverence them. For dreams come from on high. And that means have a high regard or high respect. And like you said, it's not always for you to tell a dream. Because the dream is for you. That's why it came to you. And it comes to you either like, as a form of inspiration or guidance, or it can come to you, like you said, as a warning. Because, whenever I entertain my old lifestyle, I used to always have dreams of me getting murdered. Because I entertained it. So that's why I said, like when you said, it's because of what you've been thinking. And I used to entertain and wrestle with myself, whether, am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? And then that's when I always wind up getting one of those type of dreams that was considered like a nightmare because that was a warning to me. And that was directly for me because of the way I was, the thoughts that I was entertaining people.
One of the things too that I'm coming out of contact with is a statement that's made when you get ready to go to bed at night. It's why it's always good to put something positive on your mind. Take it with you. Take it with you, and that helps you to stay on in a current of thought that can prevent you from having nightmares. But remember, nightmares are evil thoughts that we entertain during the daylight hours. We may not manifest it, but they're there. And we still, that's why you gotta watch what you look at on TV.
That's what I was thinking about. That's what I was thinking, yes, sir.
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
Because those things, they're thoughts.
Yes.
I was wondering, does sleep only exist here on the plane that manifested?
Yes, because of the body. See, the body shuts down. And this is the only place where the body is manifested. It's flesh.
It's not really. Remember, years ago, you put that statement out that we should read a verse or two from our Koran every night.
Yeah, if you can.
If you remember that.
Yeah.
I remember you saying. Years ago.
Yeah. And I add this to it now, if you can. Because see, sometimes, let's be honest, I just don't feel like doing it. But that's the challenge. And it doesn't necessarily, it would be good as the Quran, but there are also other sayings that you can get or read that put you right in the Quran. It's just not in the Quran that you read it from. But especially now, remember when he said he's Lord of the evil spirits? Well, in your unconscious state or in the state when you're resting, that's when you're most prone. For real. That's when you're most prone to become a host.
Oh boy, don't the angels still got you?
As long as your thoughts are in harmony with the angels. You can't be no devil and think that the angel gonna protect you from the devil when you're willingly opening yourself up to be occupied by the devil. When you say I'm going to do this and it's devilish, then you've already exercised your will. And your occupant, the occupant will be a devil. That's why, and people don't understand. They look at a lot of horror movies and stuff.
Yeah.
Those type of certain things that you look is not good. Right.
So they accept that thought.
Right.
It's as if it's meaningless.
Right.
You know, it's only a movie. You know, but that image have a impression on your soul.
Yeah.
You know, but they, I would say, they unconsciously,
Right.
because they're not aware of it.
Yeah.
That's only a movie.
Yeah.
It don't, you know, it don't affect.
Yeah.
I think Brother Thompson here got a burden desire.
Say, you know, like Brother David said that thing that everybody talking, very about, I was just thinking, man, that, we tore ourselves away from Allah.
Yeah.
And we based ourselves, it ain't easy. It ain't gonna be easy to get back to Allah.
Yeah.
So you think about that, because every day, like right now, you think of something that you create a challenge. You create a challenge all the time. You know, like you see lines of that.
Yeah.
You know, that a holy place, a sacred place, work on ourselves, thinking on the high, but we still get things from all over the place, because that's how we train. You know, we started creating things that never eyes open.
Yeah. Yes, we have other stuff.
So, I'm thinking back to the moments that we experienced. And, you know, it's all right. It's all right if you miss a moment, because you're not perfect. Right. You know what I mean? So don't beat yourself up. And another moment gonna come along for sure. And maybe not that same one, but yeah, just like Lil Bill used to say, just let your good deeds outnumber your bad deeds.
Yeah. But let's not think that the next moment is promised.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
You may not get enough.
Yeah.
You may not get enough. In this lifetime.
Yes, brother, one thing I was thinking about what Brother Harris was saying, far as, you know, far as trying to read from the Koran, and you said sometimes you just may not have the energy to do that.
Yeah.
But the one thing we want to do before we lay down and rest is to make sure we say our prayer.
Yeah.
Because our prayer will protect us from some of them things in a sincere manner.
Yeah.
You know, we can't get tired not asking him to protect us and keeping us safe. You know, so I mean, even though sometimes we can be worried, but we have to trust in those words that he has for us to pray, because we don't really know what they really do for us. Protect us from them evil spirits at night.
Well, look,
and in the daytime.
We do know that they protect
you. Better believe it. So we got to use it. Right.
Yeah.
Flesh.
Yeah.
Still dealing with this solution.
Yeah.
You know, in the midst of this.
Yeah. 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 Remember what we're being returned to. What are we being returned to?
The state of mind.
The state of mind. Now, you know what is the state of mind? What is the state of mind?
Oneness with Allah.
It is oneness with
our ancient forefathers.
It is our ancient forefathers. But returning to the state of mind when we were in one.
Hallelujah.
In its spirit.
Yes.
But see, to remember to return to the state of mind when we were in spirit is when we weren't in the flesh. And the flesh can be an opponent to prevent you from returning to spirit.
Return.
Yeah.
The Spirit gave you flesh. The Spirit gave you flesh.
It was
so
let's say this. The thought of spirit. Remember, the spirit made some choices. The spirit made some choices.
Still making them, brother.
There's no question. The spirit challenged God. He made a choice.
That was sluggish will.
Now I hadn't got sluggish yet. But it didn't get sluggish because he made the choice. Then once I chose it, now you experience it. And see, remember, he had an instrument or a talent that he used to create things. It's a heavy piece, man. Look, I'm reading. I'm reading. You're ready for 2 page, so in our page. But I'm actually reading what experiences Adam and Eve had when they came out the garden.
Praise God.
And it's fascinating to see what those spirits experienced something that they never had been introduced to before. They didn't even know what water was. Because in the higher rhythm, the water is not like the water that's manifested here. This is a reflection. They had to learn how to clean themselves. They had to learn how to use water to nourish themselves. I mean, it's fascinating when you think about, they didn't even know, the book was talking about how they didn't even understand what this flesh was. They didn't even recognize themselves because they were spirits.
That was the point you said first before you got Slimmsville, before you ate that apple, that symbolic apple.
That's right. That's good.
Well, at some point, but we like that too.
We like that now. But see, the point that I'm making is this. They came in spirit, took on the flesh. Now, they bring us forth. See, now we come forth from Adam and Eve after they have taken on the flesh. So that means as we come forth through Adam and Eve, we take on flesh.
So that's the instability and all that.
That's where it comes from. That's where it comes from.
We gotta go through that same experience.
We got to go through it more because, to get back, we have to shed the flesh by being reintroduced to the spirit.
Yeah. I understand.
You say unnumbered.
Folds more. And remember, Allah got folds too. We're trying to reacquaint ourselves with ourselves. And we've got to go through this to get back to me. Yeah.
The saying one time, everybody wanted to go to heaven or earth, nobody wants to die.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Man, to go back into that state
Yes.
of mind,
Yes.
we were spirit,
Yes.
we have to give up the flesh.
Yes.
So the wrestle is right there
Yes.
in that little spot you're
Yes.
talking about.
Yes. Yes.
Do you want to give up the flesh?
Yeah.
Or you want to keep it for another day?
But that's why the question is, how do you feel when you do something good?
Exactly.
Because that's the choice. That's the choice. Is that enough? Am I getting enough of that to help me to get away from this? Or am I still a slave to sin?
That's the conflict.
That's the conflict.
That cannot be told in words because we each gonna have our experiences.
Yes. Yes.
And one of the things I'm learning is we're gonna have our experiences, and a lot of times our experiences is how greatly we want to continue to gratify our Lord. And the only way you can be free from this, you gotta be willing.
Yeah.
No one can will you from being free from this. You gotta be willing to cut away those not using, and it's not even in the talk because you'll see what you need to do. But you gotta be willing to do that. And that's the conflict.
But it's not, see, sometimes we don't always look at the fight that we're in.
Boy, I'm telling you, the fight is something.
We don't understand that we are fighting ourselves every day.
That's why flesh is red.
Jesus went through this same process.
That's right.
And he had to make a choice.
That's right.
And we got to make a choice.
That's right.
And I'm looking at the word salvation.
Right.
And you got salvation from holiness, which is knowledge and understanding. and you got salvation from the earthly point of view. So that earthly point of view gonna give you bread and eggs. This one here gonna give you knowledge and understanding. So you dealing with two verses. You say, man, you gonna eat, you gonna do this.
Break it down.
You gonna turn holy, you might not get that. So are you willing to turn holy, or are you willing to stop eating?
No, I ain't with that. No, I ain't going with that.
Now, I gotta give up something more.
You know what? See, that's the challenge. You think when you give up this, you're losing something. When you have enough, when we get to the point where we can give these thoughts up about this, we got everything.
Yeah.
It's ours anyway. But we've been so detached from it that we don't even know it's ours. Don't you know we got so mixed up that we now go to other people and try to get stuff that's ours anyway. It's ours. We can will things into existence. That's how we did in the past before we cut ourselves off. And if we can get back, because we got attributes. We got the attributes of Almighty God alone. We won't starve. We won't go without getting without. We'll have our needs met and far more than that. And the only reason that we don't get it now is because of our doubt.
So, Brother Leader, so when you say seek ye first,
that's what you do, Mo.
The kingdom of heaven.
But it's a state of mind that you must start to transition into.
That's right. You see it over here, but you don't see it over there.
I want to read chapter 4. Death and burial and the field, that's the ministry of death. Instruction number 3. Death is no enemy of man. It is a friend.
Right.
Who, when the work of life is done, just cut the cord that binds the human boat to earth, that it may sail on smooth sea. Okay, that's what you was just saying. When we let this go, we got everything. That's what it means when they say the call of death is always for the best. It's not a problem. You know, people don't understand it, so then they go into crying and all that other stuff. But, you know, the prophet let us know that the call is always for the best. The call of death is always for the best. When we are solving problems, man is sure to find himself one of the So, like you're saying, we have to return to that state.
Now remember, I ain't talking about dying. I'm saying return to the state of mind that puts us in a total different condition while we're here on earth.
Spiritual thing.
Yes.
On earth.
On earth.
You know, and we can kind of, it'll put us in a direction to get away from the delusion.
Yes.
You know, and move closer to our life.
While we are transitioning back into a spiritual way of life.
Yes. Spiritual life.
See, it's all about coming out the body. That's what it's about. Being able to come out of the body. Because at this point, the spirit is held captive in the body. So we're trying to get back to the state of mind that can loosen the cumbrous shackles that bind us here, so that we can come out of the body.
But we choose not to come out.
Of course we choose not.
That's about crossing the borderline.
Brother Leader, would that be the belief system of our ancient forefathers that allowed us to build the holy city?
It is the system.
The system
of our ancient forefathers.
And that is that covenant of the system of our forefathers. And that's what we're trying to get back to.
Right. That's what we're trying. We're trying to honor the covenant
there you go. That's right.
that we have with our mothers and fathers.
Come on.
Sure. In other words, if we want to be perfectly want to be permanently happy instead of getting all of those things that come in at a time and getting those five folds of man. If we want to be permanently happy, then we have to do that, right? Because all this trying to do, we want to be permanently happy, so we doing what all our money will be in that state of mind, we're going to always be permanently happy, which is heaven. Heaven is permanently happy. Right. But if we don't do those things, we're not going to get the permanently happy. We're going to get those five folds of man, which is the inconstancy, the instability, and all that sort of stuff, because the pleasure going to always be rare. And all that, you know what I'm saying, all the happiness will be rare coming in at a time. Is that true?
No. I wouldn't say, I'd say that some of the things you said are accurate, but some of the other things that you said are, at this point, you really need to have questions about. You know, being permanently happy is, it talks about that as we try to obtain eternal happiness.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. But you may not be permanently, it may not be our lot to be permanently happy on earth. Because as long as you're on earth, you have a body. Well, you didn't make yourself clear.
Yeah, my fault. I just thought, I shouldn't have to tell you.
No, you. No, I don't read no minds.
No, I'm gonna say you good like you.
No. Don't feed that. No, I didn't take it down.
I know you honest. Yeah, that's right, but I give you that much respect.
I appreciate it. I thank you for that. But just to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah.
I got it. Y'all got to take something else. And it would behoove you to get clarity from me. You know, make sure that you, wait a minute, I don't know about that. Well, ask. You see what I'm saying? See, that's what makes us grow. We're only growing because we have courage enough to ask questions.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Each of us got different degrees of understanding and knowledge.
Yes.
See what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, Father say every word I speak is spirit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? So, you got a lot of educated people out here with master's degrees, PhDs, bachelor's degrees.
Yeah.
But the prophet said the educated, biggest food is educated food. You understand? So sometimes you don't put wisdom with that understanding and that knowledge, and you can lead other people astray.
Right. That's true. Fears bad. I get you.
More. My understanding when we took ourselves away from God, we based ourselves.
Right.
You know, that's when we made that will. Maybe we made that choice to be in this, the split that we're in now.
Right.
In this lower realm.
Right. And this is the condition as a result of the choice that we made. Yeah, bro. So we're trying to think just like we thought ourselves into this. Whatever has been made will be unmade by the maker of he who made it. So for us to get away from him, and to return, we have to unmake this condition for ourselves. Not for nobody but you. You're not responsible for nobody but you. Because everyone must worship and confess based on the understanding that Allah has blessed them with. And you must exercise your will to change your condition. That's what we're trying to return to. We're trying to return to that state of mind so that we can get out of this condition. That's the struggle. That's the struggle. Oh, look, Holy Koran, real quick. Chapter 22, where we worship holy. No, I'm sorry, chapter 20. Yeah, that's school. I just use apologize. The divine instructions from the Holy Prophet, chapter 20. Holy instructions one for all young men. Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to do it. We're supposed to. We would. Beware, young man. Beware of all the allurements of wantonness. And let not the harlot tempt thee to excess in her delights. Yeah, I'm going to start with that one. Now remember, what are we dealing with? We are, but what are we dealing with?
Allurements.
Yes, but before we get to what are we dealing with? We're dealing with thought. Look at it from the perspective of dealing with thought.
Yes.
And then it'll help you to see a picture that can accommodate you or assist you as we go into the chapter.
Praise God.
Peace.
Islam. I'd like to thank our grand speaker moderator, as well as our brother man and friend, for an enlightening, stimulating class. And I'd like to thank you all for your participation. At this time, I call for Grand Governor of Washington, D.C., Brother H. Harris Bay, to read our divine warning. And while the warning is being read, please give the reading your undivided attention. Please cease all movement.
There's a lot more. First, I want to give praise to all of the prophet nobles who are leading. I want to give honor to each and every one of you. And I want to say Happy Father's Day from the Grand Governor's office. And I want to give honor to everything Prophet Noble Duali has poured for the uplifting of all humanity. Prophet warns all modern governors, ordered to read proclamation at each meeting. I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical agitating speeches while at work in their homes or on the streets. We offer peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your card to Europeans and cause confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequence. We offer love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. We offer love, truth, peace, and freedom, and when these principles are violated, justice must take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement will receive a reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the law as laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their car button, cease swearing and turban off their head, and return to the state where our prophet found them. This is a holy divine movement founded by the prophet Noble Duali. If the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet therefore is sending out a divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet, do the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sins by order of Prophet Noble Duali. Peace.
Peace. Islam. That ends our Sunday school Koran portion of the meeting. We are now going through our business.
Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Drew Ali. Amen.